Hello, beautiful souls. It's Kelsey here, back with another pick a card reading. And today we are choosing our messenger. We get to choose which one of these three messages we feel the need to receive a message from. So on the screen in front of you, we have our three options. And group number one is going to be a message from the dragons. Group number two is a message from the Fae, and group number three is a message from the mermaids. So go ahead, take your time, really feel out which magical being is calling to you, or maybe for some of you guys, there's been one that's been presenting itself to you already. And I will have the timestamps to the beginning of each reading in the description box below, as well as in the pinned comment. So take your time. Pause the video if you need to, and I'm going to go ahead and move on to group number one. Hello, my beautiful group number one. Those of you that chose the dragon as your messenger, this is your reading, and we're going to go ahead and jump right in. We're going to start off by pulling a card to represent your messenger, and then we'll get into the rest of your cards, the tarot. So group number one. Let's go ahead and see which messenger is coming out for my beautiful souls that are tuning into group number one, please. Okay. So for group number one, this is our messenger. And this here says space. So for some of you guys, you may be in even kind of the energy that this dragon's giving off. You may be in a current situation where it's almost like you just want people to leave you alone. You just need your space. Even for some of you guys, you may not consciously be aware of that kind of energy right now. Like you may even feel like you want to be around other people, or like you're wanting company, and for some of you guys, this may be that the universe is putting you in a position where you have the space that you need, even though you don't need it yet. For some of you guys, there may be like an invocation or like a strong calling or some sort of energy put towards traveling or movement in some way, shape, or form. This could be moving to a different job. This could be moving to a different home or a different city, state. And for some of you guys, there could just be like this calling for travel, for vacation, for like camping, like really going out in very remote places, at least for you. Okay, so that is the messenger that's coming through for you. Let's go ahead and get into your tarot, group number one. Group number one. There is a very strong energy of being taken out of a situation or out of an environment here. And it's like the dragons really want you to know that this is for your own good or for your own protection in some way, shape, or form. But our first card out here is the King of Pentacles. So group number one, the dragons want to tell you that your success, your abundance, and some sort of structure, it feels like, is going to be in this new space. There's something here about a new space, a new physical space coming in very strongly for group number one. For some of you, it's a new home, but it's like a new place to sit. It could be, some of you guys, I'm like picking up on like a new table. So this could be a new desk representing like a new workspace. This could be a new place that you are, I'm seeing like a dining table. So there's something here about maybe having a business meeting over dinner, or having dinner somewhere where you meet somebody that's going to bring in a lot of opportunities, as well as like a new place to rest. Some of you guys may be buying like a vacation home, or that may be a goal, and that is, in the cards for you, if you will, group number one. But there's a strong energy here of needing a new environment. We also have the Six of Pentacles coming out here. So the dragons are saying there's nothing left for you where you are right now. Some of you guys, this could have to do with a relationship. It doesn't necessarily have to. It does definitely give me more environment, home, living space, and kind of employment energies here. But for some of you, there definitely could be some relationship energies playing in here, whether romantic or not. It's like whatever kind of situation, relationship, environment, employment space that you're in, it's like there's nothing left for you there. All of your resources, your energy has been spent, and there's no, it's like the well has dried up. For some of you guys, maybe there's no reciprocation, there's no balance where you're currently at, and the dragons are really wanting to come through and move you out of that space. Some of you guys may really be feeling like burnout right now, feeling very drained, feeling very empty, feeling like you don't have any energy to do anything that you want to do. Like you don't have the time, energy, or resources to invest in building your future or your dream, because where you're working or where you're living is just taking so much from you right now. And the dragons are saying, no, get out of there. You need space. You need distance between you and that place that is burning you out. Okay? And coming into this reading, I was very strongly feeling carnelian. So that may be a good energy for you guys to work with in regards to maintaining or maintenancing your own energy. And then we also have the Three of Swords. Yeah, so for some of you guys, there's definitely an essence of like guilt or heartbreak, or even like betrayal, or feeling defeated or deflated in regards to this. Or you're continuing to give, continuing to try to fix something or to build something that isn't going to go anywhere. I'm seeing like a dead end. Like this is a dead end, whatever this is for group number one, and the dragons are really wanting to pick you up and move you somewhere else. But it's like you've been very resistant to that, out of this idea that you've committed, and so you have to stay even if you're not happy, or even if it's draining you, or even if it's causing you to stray from your own dreams or your own goals. And the dragons are saying no. No, you need to move. You need to move to a space where you're empowered, where you're supported, where you're appreciated, and the work that you're doing is valued. There's something here about like needing to prove something to somebody, or needing to prove yourself to somebody, and it's like you're holding on to that as a reason why you can't leave yet, because it's like, well, if I just keep trying, what if things change tomorrow, or what if I'm giving up too soon, or and no, the dragons are saying no, this is not the case. You shouldn't have to completely deplete yourself trying to prove yourself to somebody, something, or someplace, in hopes that, well, tomorrow maybe they'll notice, or tomorrow maybe things will be better, or tomorrow maybe things will change. So I do feel for some of you guys, this could be like, it's a time to choose yourself, okay? I'm not going to say that this is like, it doesn't feel like a soul lesson, group number one. It feels, in all honesty, like you're being taken advantage of, but because you want this approval or this validation so deeply, you're allowing it. And there's a need to choose yourself, and this choosing yourself may be kind of an overall theme of your life or of this lifetime. But it does feel like whatever environment or situation that you're currently in is kind of toxic for you right now. Okay, so let's go ahead here, group number one, and pull you one final message, what the dragons want to leave you with here for group number one, please. Group number one. One final message from the dragons for the souls tuning into group number one, please. Okay, we have two here. So our first one is the wolf with instinct. There's a need to trust yourself here, group number one. You know that what's going on isn't okay, and you know that it's impacting you emotionally, mentally, and physically. And you are aware that, like, whatever lesson may have been in this, I feel like you've already learned it, but you've stayed in spite of that. And there's a need to trust your instincts, trust the calling that is being given to you, because you guys are being called to something else. You're being called away from this situation or from this energy, from this environment, whatever this might be for you. But there's been a resistance to it, and there's truly a need, group number one, to trust this calling. And then we have strength coming out here with the mountain. Yeah. So a lot of my group number ones, there's been like a lot of almost like resilience training. I feel like that you've been going through emotionally, mentally, physically. And this has just been by continuously putting yourself in this space that is depleting to you, that a lot of you guys, it just really feels like when you come home, you just feel like you've ran a marathon. It feels like you already know that like there's no meaning, or you feel like maybe there's no purpose, or you're feeling kind of lost in what you're doing every day, group number one. And the dragons are saying that it's time to trust your instincts and allow yourself to move, even though it might be hard. Even though you're really going to have to kind of harness your strength and your courage and your bravery to move into the unknown, to move away from what's familiar or what's comfortable, and maybe do something you've never done before. But this is truly necessary for you in your journey right now, group number one, okay? But this is what I'm seeing. This is what the dragons wanted to say to you, group number one. I'm going to go ahead and leave this here for you. If you enjoyed this reading, if it resonated with you, if it brought you value, please hit that like button, as it truly does help to support the channel. Comment down below. Let me know what you thought of this reading, what other readings you'd like to see, and consider subscribing if you feel called to do so. I thank you guys so very much for joining me here today, and I will see you guys next time. Bye. Hello, my beautiful group number two. Those of you that chose the fairy messenger, this reading is for you, and we are going to look at what messages the fairies have for you at this time. So group number two, let's go ahead and pull a card to represent your messenger here, and then we'll get into your tarot. So group number two, what fairy messenger wants to come forth for my souls tuning into group number two, please? Group number two, please. Okay, so starting off, there was kind of this energy while I was shuffling these cards of almost like very secretive or almost like invisible fairy guides for group number 2. There's something here about like the fae always being there, but always kind of blending in. Interesting. So some of you guys may be questioning, like, if the fae are reaching out, if they're calling out, if they're connecting with you. And the answer is yes. Let's go ahead. Our fairy messenger for group number 2 here, we have painting poppies. So yeah, again, I'm getting like this energy of being in disguise for group number 2. Like your fairies come to you in disguise. They come to you hidden. Interesting. I feel like there's also something here about maybe the way you cover yourself up, or the way you hide certain parts of yourself in order to make them look good for somebody else, or in order for approval in some way, shape, or form for group number 2. I definitely feel like group number 2 as well, the fairies are coming forth here wanting to talk to you about expression in some way, shape, or form. So this may be kind of where you cover yourself up at in some way. I feel like there's something here where it's like the fae are saying you need to express your true self, your authentic self. There's a need to find a way to do this through painting, through singing, through dance, poetry, cooking. There's just something here where it's like there's a need to find your voice, like your creative voice. Like, you know how you can look at some artists' collection of work and you can tell, like, yes, this is the artist that did this, because it's in their style. It's like you need to find your style, you need to find your voice, you need to find that thing that makes it yours. Interesting. So group number 2, you guys may be on kind of a creative journey right now, and you may be looking to others for motivation, for inspiration, for ideas, and that's beautiful. But I feel like the fae are coming forth here saying there's a need to kind of look within to find that within you. Like, what inspires you about yourself? What motivates you from within? Interesting. I love that. So it's like, what emotion makes you want to paint? What memory makes you want to like recreate a time in your life? Yeah, so there's kind of like this search for like your genuine self, your authenticity. What makes you you? What makes your work you? Are you the person that people always go to for advice? Are you the person that people go to for fashion or for fun, to make them laugh? Like there's something about really needing to find that part of you. Interesting. Let's go ahead and pull some tarot, group number 2, and go a little deeper into what the fae want to say to you today. Group number 2. What do the fae want to tell group number 2, please? Our first card out is the Two of Cups. That's interesting too, because even here I had just noticed that there was 2 fairies. Like, I feel like there's 2 messengers coming through here for you guys. They may show up in pairs. But with the Two of Cups here, I feel like there's a strong energy of for some of you guys, love is kind of like something that really gets that is like your creative voice. But I also feel like this is like a union in something. Some of you guys are finding something that is going to be with you for like the rest of your days. You know, this could be a person for some of you guys. Maybe you find a lot of inspiration and a lot of passion and a lot of creativity in relationships. Some of you guys may be going through like a Kundalini awakening as well. But for others of you, this could be like finding that painting really is like your joy, or finding that singing or poetry or music is, you know, your purpose or what you're meant to be doing. It's like there's this finding of a part of your soul that you didn't know was missing in this creative, in some form of creative expression. Some of you guys too, I am picking up here, some of you guys may struggle with like disassociation or even bipolar disorder. And this creative expression can help kind of bring these parts of yourself together. We also have the Wheel of Fortune. A lot of you guys talk yourself out of doing this because it's going to be too much work, or you don't know how to do all of the things that you need to be able to do to make this like your career choice, or to make this something within your reality. I feel like group number 2, you guys may have a tendency to really talk yourself out of things that you really want to do because it's going to take too long, or you know, you're not going to get that instant gratification, or you're going to have to learn something, and there may be some sort of kind of mental block here where it's like you have a hard time either admitting that you don't know, or you have a hard time starting at the beginning, and it's like you want to be a master or professional immediately, and when you're not, you may give up very quickly. And the Fae are coming through here saying don't give up. There's a need to go through this process. There's a need to really do the work for this that it requires, because it's going to be life-changing with the Wheel of Fortune here. Some of my group number 2s may be entering into a new relationship as well. That's really going to be very significant in your life. And then we also have Strength. Yeah, so this is about I feel like for a lot of my group number 2s, the Faes are coming forth about this like creative expression, because this is about learning how to direct your power, how to control your power, how to be in control of self, how to harness your power, how to tame your power for some of you guys, depending on, you know, your situation and your experiences. Some of you guys may have really struggled with anger issues, and this could definitely help with that as well. Interesting. So there's definitely like this essence, the Fae are really pushing, like there's this essence of your power being in this creative expression, and really learning how to control and direct and manage and train your power in a way that shines, in a way that allows you to bloom, instead of in a way where you're, you know, biting the hand that feeds you, or in a way where it causes self-harm or self-deprecation or self-destruction, self-sabotage. We're coming out of that phase of our life. I love that. So let's go ahead and pull you one final message from the Fae, group number 2. Any last guidance or advice from the Fae for my souls that tuned in to group number 2, please? We have laughter. Oh, look, and then we have also authenticity. So laughter is medicine. There's a need to focus on things that bring you joy. There's a need to focus on connection and joy and laughter and celebration. For some of you guys, maybe there is a birthday or some sort of celebration or union that you're going to be celebrating soon. That's going to be very significant for you. But I do feel like the Fae are saying, like, the finding your authentic self through this creative expression is going to bring you so much joy and happiness. And it's going to, I feel like, it feels so cliche to say, like, it's going to change your life, but I do feel like it is going to take you into a new phase, a new chapter of life that's going to be much lighter, and not lighter in the sense of like light versus dark, but lighter in the sense of like light versus heavy. When you find this way to express yourself, it's going to release a lot of this burden, a lot of this weight, a lot of this baggage that you've been carrying. Okay, group number 2. So this is what I'm seeing from my beautiful souls that chose pile number 2, and this is what the Fae wanted to relay to you today. I'm going to go ahead and leave this here. If you enjoyed this reading, if it resonated with you, if it brought you value, please hit that like button, as it truly does help to support the channel. Comment down below. Let me know if you chose pile number 2. Let me know what other kinds of readings you guys would like to see. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out when I post future videos like this. I thank you guys so very much for joining me, and I will see you guys next time. Bye. Hello, my beautiful group number 3. Those of you that chose the Mermaid Messenger, this reading is for you. And we're going to jump right in here. So group number 3, we are going to shuffle out a messenger for you to start with, and then we'll get into your tarot and the rest of your reading. But shuffling the cards coming into this reading, that I kept seeing the number 7, and specifically the 7 of Swords and the 7 of Cups, and there's this kind of overall sense of like wariness, or for some of you guys this could be coming through with like this sense of feeling like maybe you failed, feeling like maybe you're wanting to give up on something that you've been working towards for a while, or trying to get to for a while now, and it kind of feels like the sense of wariness or confusion, feeling not quite sure if you're headed in the right direction anymore. But I feel like you are for most of you. But let's go ahead. I just really had to put that out there. So the number 7 could be significant to you guys. You may be seeing the number 7 or 777. You may have a number 7 life path number, or maybe a 7 in your birthday, or the 7th month, or whatever it might be. For some of you guys, July may be very significant for you, but if not, that's perfectly okay too. But if so, that's just a confirmation. Let's go ahead and see what messenger is coming forth for group number 3. And I do have a ringing in my right ear right now as well. So group number 3, what messenger is coming forth for the souls tuning into group number 3, please? Interesting. We have 2. So we're going to take them both. We have patience. Yes. And this is our messenger, our mermaid messenger. with patience, which is kind of that number 7 energy that I was picking up on, like feeling like you want to give up before you've gotten to the finish line. Feeling like maybe you've wasted your time, and what I'm hearing here is like you're not there yet. You haven't wasted your time. There's a need to keep going, okay? And then we also have support. I love it. So we have a whole team, like a whole support team coming forth for group number 3. For some of you guys, I'm hearing there's a need to like delegate, a need to maybe pass off certain tasks to other people that are around you. For some of you guys, if this has to do with work or is work related, or maybe you own your own business and maybe it's time to hire help. But overall, group number 3, regardless of how this comes through for you, there is a need to lighten your load in some way, shape, or form so that you are able to continue moving forward. And it's like, it's almost like the whole mermaid realm is coming forth here, saying like, you know, you are supported. You have a whole spiritual team that is supporting you right now, group number 3. Some of you guys, I am feeling a sense of grief. Some of you guys may be in mourning, or just traveling a very difficult journey. Let's go ahead and get into your tarot, group number 3, and go a little deeper into what these mermaid messengers want to say to you today, okay? For group number 3, please. We have the Queen of Air. So there's almost like this sense of, I don't know, almost like overinflated independence, like a refusal to ask for help coming through here. This sense of, I'll do it myself because at least then I'll know it's done right, or I can't trust anybody else to do the things the way they need to be done. That's coming through here. Some of you guys may be very connected to Hecate as well, or she may even be calling out to you. And if that's something that you've been questioning lately, the answer is an absolute yes, to connect with her if that's something you want to do. But she may be sending you messages, is what I'm seeing here. We have intuition with another owl. We have 2 owls here. I'm hearing like the weaver, like the there's something here about everything being so interconnected, group number 3, that you're not realizing how connected everything is yet because you haven't gotten to the point where everything's going to make sense. And there's a need to kind of trust the path that you've been sent on, even though this path may seem to circle around or take you in the wrong direction. Or however that might come through for you. It is going to be a little bit different for everybody because this is a general reading, but I'm seeing here you guys being like led, feeling like you're being led astray, feeling like you're wasting your time, feeling like you're going in the wrong direction, or like you're never going to get to the finish line. And your messengers are coming through here saying you absolutely will, but this journey is necessary in order to really bring this into completion. And we also have faith. There's such a huge need for trust, for trusting the process, for trusting the journey, for trusting that even though maybe things haven't happened as quickly as you wanted them to, or in the way that you expected them to, there's a need to trust that it will turn out in the end. The bottom of the deck here, subconscious energy, we have the Seven of Air, Seven of Swords. And what I'm hearing with that is nobody can take your knowledge away. Nobody can take your experiences away or your memories away. Nobody can tell you that you're wrong. Nobody can tell you that you don't feel the way that you feel. There's something significant about that. I feel like group number 3, you may be currently going through something or have gone through something where it's like you feel like people have taken away your choice or your right to feel the way that you feel. And that's deeply impacted the way you've moved forward. So there is kind of with this Queen of Air here, like this need to kind of cut those cords, this need to separate yourself from this idea that people around you are right in regards to telling you how you should feel or what you should be thinking or what you actually know. Some of you guys may really doubt your own kind of like psychic abilities because the people around you don't believe in being psychic or don't believe in like spiritual gifts or you know, spiritual senses, and because of that you've maybe blocked yours out of this need for these people around you to accept you or to view you as normal. And group number 3, what I see here is the mermaid realm coming in, saying like your support team is coming, your soul family is coming, and the people that believe in you are coming if you can believe in yourself first. Enough for you to be free to make the choices that you need to make without fear of judgment from others, without allowing the judgment of others to dictate your course or the path that you're on. Do not shift paths is something that's coming through here so strongly, group number 3, okay? So let's go ahead and pull you one final message from the mermaids here, the mermaid messengers. Any last guidance or advice that the mermaid realm wants my beautiful group number 3s to know? Tuning into the element of water, I feel like could be very healing for you. And also very activating to like your third eye and crown chakras. So for some of you guys, there's really truly a need to fully embrace your own beliefs. I feel like a lot of you guys really bite your tongue or hold yourself back when it comes to what you believe in, out of fear of what other people will think, or out of, you know, fear of judgment, or fear of how others are going to react, or if people are going to reject you because of what you believe or because of what your faith is. And there's like a closing of the throat chakra specifically that's coming in here. For a lot of you guys, like you've been shunned for speaking how you feel or speaking what you see or speaking what you believe in for such a period of time that you just don't anymore. And there's a real need to kind of clear that energy and allow yourself to speak your truth. Okay, so our final message here, we have leaping through the air. A plan you have made is on track. If you are waiting for something, get to work and stop putting off ideas or projects you are considering. Keep going, group number 3. Okay, that's beautiful. I love that. So I'm going to go ahead and leave this here for you. If you enjoyed this reading, if it resonated with you, if it brought you value, please hit that like button, as it truly does help to support the channel. Comment down below. Let me know if you chose pile number 3. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out when I post future videos like this. I thank you guys so incredibly much for joining me here today, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!